Welcome back to The Big Picture. We all know how generous everyone in our hometown can be, especially when it comes to granting special wishes for children coping with severe medical issues and their families. The recent Make-A-Wish Radio-Thon on 97 Rock and Channel 4 raised $280,000. The event was staged not far from our studio here at the Buffalo Store Event Center here at the Eastern Hills Mall. Our hometown camera caught up with the angels who make wishes come true.
All right, so Kate, tell us about some of the wishes that are granted and some of the wishes that are coming up.
Yeah, so we had a little boy in here today. His name was Santi, and he's from our Lockport region, and he actually wished for a bedroom makeover, so something so simple. The one thing that he was actually adopted from Colombia, and the most important part of his wish was sharing that room with his brother, because his brother is really his caretaker. He's a couple years older than him, but he is well wise beyond his years. So he wanted to share a room with his brother. So we made that happen. Before they were, sleeping in separate rooms. So his wish was to actually share a bedroom with his brother, and we made that happen this past summer. We just wrapped up a wish for a little girl. She is blind, but she loves to listen to the birds. So we did a bird sanctuary for her in her backyard, and we were able to really make that come together. We did decking, and we did bird feeders and a bird bath and bird accessories. Something so simple, but something so meaningful for her, because she goes out into her backyard and she listens to the birds, and it actually makes her calm, and it helps her, her healing, her happiness, her joy, her strength. That's what wishes are all about.
I know with Santi, he was an adopted child and has many challenges. I mean, deaf and legally blind, I believe, too. So the family took on that responsibility, but with great love. It's amazing the people that you run into, isn't it, Kate?
Yeah, there's so many different family dynamics, but every single Wish family has their own unique story and how the critical illness impacts the entire family, not just that child, but the caregivers, the parents, the siblings are even impacted. So our wishes are really targeted towards not just that child, but the entire family, and making sure they have a moment of joy and strength and hope. That's what wishes are all about.
And it means a lot to you, too, because you have a great passion for the community and a great empathy for the people that you're helping, not only with Make-A-Wish, but in so many other causes.
Yeah, I mean, my sister was diagnosed with pediatric cancer when she was 3, and she fought cancer until she was 7. So I really was able to see how cancer impacts a family, and just knowing how my dad went through so much with her. I mean, he actually discovered her cancer. She had a very hard ball in her stomach, and it ended up being kidney cancer. And just to see how that impacted her and even my dad, and how it, years later still impacts us, but she's doing well today. And that's why I'm so passionate about Make-A-Wish, because, people going through a critical illness, it takes over your entire life. It's worrisome, it's, stressful, anxiety filled. And then we get to come in and say, what is your one true wish? And how do we make that happen? It's all about hope, and that's what's so important.
So Cheryl, explain the process of how a wish happens for a Make-A-Wish family.
Oh, sure. A child is deemed medically eligible if they're between the ages of 2.5 and before their 18th birthday, and are diagnosed with a critical medical condition. And once a child is medically eligible, we talk to them about a wish. There's a great team of volunteers that come out and really get to the heart of what the child is looking for. We do wish discovery ideas, and then we get to work on granting the wish for the child.
Has there ever been a time where a wish has been so challenging it's not able to happen? And how do you handle a wish that might be a little too difficult to respond to?
We give it our best try. Sometimes there are wishes that don't fall within our policies and guidelines, and so then we explore what was important about that wish, and maybe we can take it in a different direction, or go with something else that the child dreams of that would really bring them joy.
But it really does bring the children joy, and the families too, because it's something that they may never be able to experience again. And I would imagine that's very exciting for the family, very emotional for you.
Very much. To see the joy on a child's face when their wish is revealed to them has been wonderful. And during COVID, when we've had a lot of non-travel wishes, we've really been able to see in Western New York just the magic that a wish can bring.
How long have you been with Make-A-Wish?
I'm in my 21st year with Make-A-Wish, and really the mission is so pure that not much has changed. Kids may be dreaming of different things that they did back in 2000, but the magic has just stayed the same.
So guys, tell me about the first Radio-A-Thon. It's not your first pitch doing anything for charity, but a very exciting day here.
Yeah, it really is. You know, we had no idea what it was going to look like until you actually go through it. And then once you learn a little bit more about the charity and what it does for the families, as well as the impact it has on the families themselves, it's children and families, and it means a lot. And 97 Rock listeners have been stepping up for a long time for this charity. So we also asked our listeners, the longtime Shred and Ragan listeners, you know, this would be an opportunity, brand new charity. And every time we've asked them, they've come through. And it sounds like just from early this morning, everybody's come through again. So that's great.
Ted, you're a family guy too, so it means a lot when you see families step up for other families.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, when you have kids, you know, and they're healthy, you're so grateful. I mean, that's a fear we have before they arrive, right? I just hope everything's good. And a lot of people are faced with a lot of challenges that, you know, they have to deal with. So this helps out the families. It helps out the child who's going through so much as well, making these wishes come true that are just life-changing for them. So it's really awesome to see that and to talk to some of these kids and how it's affected them and it affects them throughout their life.
Tom, this is not your first rodeo, as we talked about, so Variety Club's coming up too, and you know, Lawman has you guys earmarked for another couple of days.
Good. I mean, you know, that's really all you can do, right? You just want to help. You want to help, and if you're in a position like we are, where we can, you know, be a mouthpiece for some of these charities, you know, that's great. And then you turn it over to Western New Yorkers. That's the thing you're doing. You're asking Western New Yorkers then, here's this charity. This is something we believe in. Can you help? And they always do. People in Western New York are so giving, so we can't thank you enough. If you've given to these charities, we thank you for helping out.
You know, they kind of intertwine a little bit too, because there are families involved with Variety Club that are involved with Make-A-Wish as well. You know, Variety Club helps a lot with the medical situations, and this is like a different level. So, and they work hand in hand, which is cool to see.
Well, we've talked about this before, but you know, your audience, your listenership, really brings a contemporary perspective to both charities. How are you guys getting along? I know it's been a tough year for both of you, but you know, live with COVID particularly, but. You've been together a long time, I think longer than my marriage, that's for sure.
We said, and this has become an ongoing joke now, as a show, you know, we don't get awards. I don't know how the ratings are doing. We'll have to check those from time to time. But we're really good at getting COVID, because I ended up getting it. He, of course, had, you know, a very public struggle with COVID. So if there's one thing our show's really good at, is getting COVID.
And we hope that we never get it again.
No, do not want it again.
Done that.
That was it.
Well, good luck, guys, and you know, a million more years, and we'll see you in March.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
See you then.
You can always make a donation. Go to this website, wishesrock.com, to find out how. I'm Judge Penny Wolfgang. Thanks for watching The Big Picture, Western New York's only topical television talk show. Join the conversation on Facebook and follow WBBZ on Twitter. Thanks for watching your hometown Me TV station.